What is up, ladies and gentlemen? It is not Paradox to the Top. You know what we're doing today? Check this out. Got the mustache back. It's not here for long. Limited edition. So drop a like for it while we got it. What we are doing today is we are team building in the all-new Teal Mask DLC. And you know we're team building because I changed my avatar to the Secret Scientist because, you know, I'm cooking something up in the lab. So, if you don't know, this guy right here, Ogerpon Hearthflame, just got banned as of this morning. He's no longer OU and he is in the Ubers tier. Some people are going to hit my comments and say, I told you so, Sean. You shouldn't have been allowed to use him in Draft League. And the truth is, fuck you. I wanted him. But here's the plan for the stream. It's not going to be this super entertaining thing that we're doing. What we're going to do is just team build. I have a loose grasp on the OU meta as I've been playing it a lot more lately, but a tenuous grasp now that this Teal Mask DLC has released. There's plenty of brand new Pokemon available, and what we're going to do is just dig on in. I'm going to find out about these 7 brand new Pokemon that got added. We're going to find out all 70 Pokemon who have, like, returned. And we're going to see, you know, what I think is going to be a menace in OU, right? Gliscor is back. We're going to probably play with that a little bit. Shit, I might just throw that on the team right now. Give me some of that Gliscor action. And yeah, we're going to mess around with the Ogerpons, and we're going to use play with National Dex OU. This is not Paradox to the Top, fellas. This is me just playing around. So we're doing National Dex OU, and I'm going to build an Ogerpon Hearthflame team. Well, we'll see how it goes. What kind of moves does this thing even have access to? That'll decide everything, like based on like item usage and EV spread, because it's stuck with the Hearthflame mask. To go from Ogerpon, the grass type, you need the Hearthflame mask, and then you become the fire grass type Ogerpon. So you are item restricted, but the item is kind of badass. Like, it's not a big deal. So, Ogerpon Hearthflame's attacks get 1.2 times power, and you terrastalize to gain Embody Aspect. Let's Google what is Embody Aspect. It's an ability. Name of the 4 separate abilities introduced in Generation 9. Each one is the signature ability of a terrestrialized Ogerpon. So, Hearthflame's Embody Aspect's first ability. Upon terrestrializing, Ogerpon's ability will change to Embody Aspect, and one of its stats is raised depending on the mask. So for Hearthflame, that becomes attack. So it gets an attack boost on top of its attack boost when it terrestrializes. So like if I'm using, let's say I'm using Play Rough, and I'm using a Fairy Terra. Oh no, it's stuck on the Fire Terra. Ogerpon can only Terra into fire. Hearthflame Ogerpon can only Terra into fire. The other Ogerpons can Terra into their respective Terra types. So he's stuck with a fire type. Interesting. With a fire type Terra. So it's going to be an attack boost on top of the double stab you're already getting. So that's like triple stab. And now, don't these things have like a signature move of sorts? Let's look at Ogerpon and see if it has a signature move, because I feel like I have a fire type attack that comes with it. Let's just type the word move into the Wikipedia here and see if anything comes up. Ogerpon is the only known Pokemon capable of using Ivy Cudgel. Is that the one, Ivy Cudgel? Type depends on the user's form. So it's 100 base power, 100% accurate, fire type move with stab, and then double stab from the Terra, and then a 1.2 times attack from Flame Embody? It doesn't really tell us how much power it has on the wiki. So that could be like 1.5 or 1.2, I'm not really sure. That's interesting. So we go from having Mold Breaker to then, and Mold Breaker is not bad because it allows us to break through Pokemon who would otherwise like wall. Like, so we're using the fire type Ivy Cudgel and Horn Leech. That's what I think I'm gonna go for. Maybe Woodhammer. Does it get Woodhammer? Maybe Woodhammer. That sounds badass. And a set like that gets walled by Heatran with Flash Fire and Quad Resistance to Woodhammer. But Mold Breaker allows us to break through Heatran's Flash Fire. So do we get any boosting moves like a bulk up or anything? We get SD. Dude, that's so strong. It's ridiculous. What is the National Dex OU Gen 9 tier listing right now? Or maybe I could just look that up on Pikalytics. That's probably the most efficient way to get like a good result. Like not, I don't want who's best. I want who's getting used. So we'll open up National Dex. Goldango, Dragapult. So it might be in my best interest to have something that can beat them like my Throat Chop. Maybe. Does neutral Tapu Lele, but honestly, like Goldango's getting hurt by the fire type attacks already. I think what I want is just to make sure that this thing can stay in long enough to blast off as many Ivy Cudgels as it possibly can. So let's go Taunt. Well, it's not like I can get burnt either. How fast is this thing? 110. What's that? Jolly. That's like 350. What's the fastest thing in OU? Dragapult. And 23% usage. So I want something, I want a speed creep like the closest thing to 350 that's not 350. Looks like Garchomp could be a problem. Lopunny? How fast is Lopunny in Kartana? I want to make sure I'm able to properly kill non-Scarf Kartanas. So let's go. Lopunny I think is faster than 350 if I remember correctly. Let's go. At 135, max positive is 405. Yeah, we're not keeping up with that. That's even faster than I remembered, if I'm being honest. And then what about Cart? Cart's max positive is 348. So we get a whopping single digit of EVs back by speed creeping Kartana. Check it out, ladies and gentlemen. And where do I want to put that? I think based off our defensive spread, I want to just put that into HP. Very basic speed creeping EVs. Oh, wait, no. That's an Ivy. I didn't need to do that. It's still the same amount of EVs gained. But that actually matters big time. So the last move slot. Are we thinking Synthesis? I really don't want to lose this thing. I think I want to play it really aggressively. Okay, so yeah, this is sort of like a defensive. Is this really valuable? I mean, it's so strong. I think it's not really going to be a sweeper at this speed, right? With Dragapult and Lopunny running around, I think it's going to be a very powerful wall breaker for me. So what I'm probably going to end up doing is slowly rolling back the attack damage I'm seeing and adding it to HP so that these Horn Leeches and Synthesis are able to like really sustain me. Also, maybe if the Kartanas are not like if the only Kartanas I'm seeing are Scarf, yeah, 45% of them are Scarf, and I'm not keeping up with that. So we're just gonna roll it back to like 334 just to outspeed Garchomps, and then get that HP like that. We're still probably not KOing most Garchomps, but it's pretty good. It's a lot better EVs there. So anyway, Gliscor. Like, what about just like a Terra Water Gliscor? I don't know what's currently in the meta. So like Water does good against Tusk. Lando struggles with Zapdos, that's kind of like a great Zapdos check for the team. Rillaboom's really relevant. It's bad versus Garg. Bad versus Tapu. Yeah, Water's not that great. I'm thinking, what about like a grass? Grass. Grass ain't bad. I don't know. I've seen a fairy type a million times. We're gonna run that and just see what the team ends up missing. And if I think a better Terra typing would be good, then we'll use that. But we're gonna do a very standard like U-turn, earthquake. Is this gonna be our rock remover? Yeah, we're gonna need rocks getting removed pretty consistently. So this thing can't defog? I totally thought it could defog. Okay. Then we'll have it be our own rocker. Oh, it's because I need to be in National Dex. That's my issue. Where's Nat Dex? There it is. Wrong one. National Dex. And then we go defog, stealth rock. And then definitely not a fast physical sweeper. We're gonna go probably specially defensive Gliscor. 249, 287. I always try to put the nature into the highest stat, right? Like defense is at 125, and it's just worth it to put the nature in there because the nature is like a percentage boost to your stats. So it's more like I get more typing boost, stat boost out of it by putting it into defense than I would if I had put it in a special defense. So it's a very like copy and paste Gliscor. It's not very specific, and Gliscor is one of those Pokemon you can really dig in with, and you can dig in and really make it like hyper customized to fit your team. And so we're going to be looking to do that with this team. As for right now, Baxcalibur is legal. So if you don't know, Baxcalibur just got banned to the overused tier. And Baxcalibur got banned to the Ubers tier from OU, but it looks like it's still in National Dex OU. So we're gonna use it because it just got freaking scale shot, which is just insane because the loaded dice set was already so powerful. Now we go Swords Dance, scale shot, and that's like a primary stab attack now. A primary stab, 100 to 120 base power, because it's guaranteed to hit 4 to 5 times. And then we just run Earthquakes to deal with the steel types who resist our dual stab attacks. And it's absolutely cracking buttholes open. Like, it's crazy. We'll do, again, I'm gonna do Jolly. I like Jolly a lot. Oh my gosh, that is unreal. That gets us to 300. What I want to do is speed creep. I want to speed creep Dragapult. Maybe I want to make that Ice Shard because I'm really scared of Dragapults. So we'll do, I should know this calc off the top of my head by this point. We'll do 422 divided by 1.5 equals 281. So we creep this down to 281. And now, once we are scale shotted, we are able to pass Dragapult and KO with Icicle Spear. So that's wonderful, and that gives us a little extra to just slide into our HP. But actually, it looks like HP isn't our best investment. It looks like we want it, because basically my general rule of thumb is, and I'm not a god of EV spreads, but if the HP is higher, you want to put the extra EVs into defense. And if the defenses are higher, you want to put the extra EVs into HP. And now our decision becomes, do I want to put into the defense or the special defense? And I figure that if we are using Baxcalibur, we might try and switch it in on a fire attack to gain some boost. So what fire attacks are very prevalent in National Dex? Dragapult, Will-O-Wisp, Heatran, Volcarona, Moltres, Charizard Y. So it's mostly special fire moves. So we're just gonna put that into special defense a little bit, and hopefully that'll let us tank, I don't know, a Magma Storm, or let us maybe take like a flamethrower from Moltres or Dragapult, for example. So that's where we land with those EVs. Doing a pretty good job of customizing these EVs. I think. At least, like, we're putting conscious thought into them. We're not just going. Now, what is our next Pokemon going to be? So we got a Fairy Gliscor, a Baxcalibur. Let's take a look at some National Dex sample teams and kind of see what the current vibe is right now. OU Gen 9. Resource National Dex sample teams. So it looks like the meta... Wait, how recent is this? January 22nd, 2023. That was several months ago. But I feel like National Dex is probably a more stable tier than OU is, so it probably hasn't shifted too much. And what's really dominating is Gold. Well, Goldango we know is literally the #1 Pokemon, so it doesn't hurt to just throw one onto the team. So Semi-Stall, Sneasler Hyper Offense, Screamtail Dozo, and Electric Terrain Hyper Offense. Looks like Stall is really strong in National Dex right now. And HO isn't. We have great wall breakers and cleaners, but I don't want to get beaten by the other stallers. What is a National Dex stall breaker? I don't fuck around with that defense stall shit. It's boring. He says with a Gliscor. Let's see what this Gliscor is running. Maybe we can steal a decent Gliscor set. So it's very similar to ours. We're just gonna take that. It's probably more meta relevant than what we built. We'll just take that, import it. So we had a defensive Terra Fairy Gliscor. This is still a Terra Fairy Gliscor, but now it's rocking Earthquake. It's rocking, what is it rocking? Earthquake, Swords Dance, Facade Roost. Fellas, I just noticed that I didn't have my comment section open. I literally thought it was, and I thought no one was talking. But y'all are actually here. So what's up to the chat? Yo, Pokemon Trainer Orange, shout out. I'm gonna bite you. Luke, shout out. Astro Murph, shout out. Love ya. Pult just got banned, didn't it? Cart at 108. Gliscor be like, I can be whatever you need, baby. You should be scared of Pult. What's up, fellas? I'm sorry I didn't notice anyone in the stream for the longest. I literally just thought no one was here. But I appreciate y'all coming to the stream. We're just having a little fun today. So there's even a little bit of speed on this Gliscor. 229. 229 is where a lot of Pokemon end up sitting if they don't have speed investment. You'll see like Nidokings, Tapu Finis, I think the Rotoms maybe. If you only have like a little bit of speed investment, they often end up at 220. 95 is a super common speed tier. Like, let's just scroll down and look at what's at 95 for you. We got Gliscor, Tapu Lele, Kyurem, Arcanine, Darmanitan. What else is relevant in this tier? Sylveon, Typhlosion, Hisui, Uxie, Yanmega, Tinkaton. Nope, Tinkaton's a little lower. But still, anything in like the 90 to 95 speed tier is going to be around here. And that's Mega Garchomp. That's Crocodile, Low-Kicks, Landorus Therian. A lot of these Pokemon are in this 90 to 95 speed tier. So having that extra 12 speed is pretty valuable, and I appreciate that they slid that in here, because it's going to help us outspeed and get the Roost off that we need, or the Earthquake and Facade damage that we need. So I appreciate that from whoever built this team that we're blatantly stealing. You missed Darmanitan? Darmanitan is a god. Back in the day, me and Hayden used to just play Showdown and like get a little high. And we would always be like, hey, do you want to run just Choice Band, Guerrilla Tactics, Darmanitan, and just U-turn on everything and do 80% damage to everything? We were like, yeah. And we did that for like 2 weeks, and then it got banned, and we were like, yeah, that makes sense. That thing was unfair as it comes. Which is why 100 is the first level of being considered somewhat fast. Yes, exactly. There's a lot of relevant threats to the like 90 to 95 speed tier. So we still haven't figured out what we really want in this last slot. And I'm looking at these teams, and it looks like Mega Lopunny must just be a murderer in this tier, because it's on like half of these teams. So what I'm gonna do is open up all these teams and see what the low punnies are typically running. So we got fake out on all the low punnies. Yeah, so let's do a low punny. I think the mega low punny is super fun, and if you haven't used it, you definitely should. It's super fun. Every single one of them runs fake out, and they use it in the first slot. So that's how you know it's getting spammed. Then they fake out, close combat, close combat, close combat. Yeah. So it's low punny is pretty typical. It's like you're gonna run these. Watch. I bet they're all gonna have ice punch next too. Return, quick attack, frustration, U-turn. I'm already wrong. Close combat, quick attack, return, quick attack. Okay, so it looks like quick attack is just a must, which is shocking to me because low punny is so fast already that I'm surprised people feel the need for speed. I appreciate the dude who's running frustration instead of return, and that's creative. So I'm gonna actually copy that. We're gonna run frustration on this. It's the same exact thing as return, but instead of having a happy low punny, you need an unhappy. So like you can max this out at like 100, and boom, now you have a super happy low punny who has max return damage. But instead we're dropping that to 0 and just having a very upset low punny. So now are they all running normal? Yeah, so they're all just going like quick attack, fake out, frustration, and just doing like a ton of damage with normal. Frustration is for the anti-Ditto tech. Oh, Pokemon Trainer Orange, you're a genius. That makes sense. So if you don't understand what he's saying that a Ditto may try and copy your low punny, and the Ditto is gonna have 100% happiness, and that does not get copied, I'm assuming, based off what Pokemon Trainer Orange just said. So that means that his frustration is going to be less strong than my frustration. That is very cool. Now, are these things typically adamant or jolly? Jolly. 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 Everything's... Things like speed is king in this tier, I guess. Yeah, jolly. Fast, jolly. There you go. Interesting. So what other trends are we seeing here? We're seeing tons of Toxapexes, tons of Gargs. Looks like if you're running the Gliscor, you want to run the Pex. So we got an AV Pex here we're looking at. Boots Pex. Boots Pex. AV Pex. Oh, these are the same exact teams. All right, stop looking at that last one. Yeah, that is a very 5-head move. That's very cool. Let me fix this for you fellas. Oop. Undo that. Is that a better spot? How's that look? And then when I actually look at this page, it looks like this. And then when I look at this page, it looks like this. I'm just trying to make it a little more enjoyable for you guys to look at. Now, you got that. I want a water type. Who is a relevant water type? You can't tell me I can't have a water type. It's Pex. Gosh dang it, it's Pex. All the teams with Gliscor have Pex. Yeah, I want to be able to have a freaking Pex. I'll take heavy duty boots because I think our team is a little weak to hazards right now. We'll take heavy duty boots with regenerator, and then what are these boot sets kind of using? Scald, Toxic, Haze, Recover. Scald, Knockoff, Haze, Recover. So it looks like Scald, Haze, Recover are a must. And then what we need to decide on is between, are we going to run Toxic or are we going to run Knockoff? And our team is not stall. We're not going to be buying a lot of turns. Our best stalling Pokemon is the Pex Gliscor combo. It's not bad at all, really. But I just don't think we have the sustainability of slower teams. So I want to be able to make progress, actual progress against my opponents and knock things off. Because I don't think Toxicing a stall team is going to really make the progress that I need. So we're going to take this. We're just gonna take this Pex right here. And then delete, import, save. There we go. Mega Diance's legal. That's cool. I'm moving this back to the corner. I don't like it. So, our team is looking pretty boss. I'm digging it. We could do a double drag thing. Tapu Lele is really good. I could do like a Zapdos Lele thing. I don't totally actually. Oh. We have later sample teams. So this is as of this month. Rain and Sun teams. Oh, look, here we go. These are better. These are better sample teams. Let's whip these open and see what we're cooking with. So King Gambit Rain. We're not really running a Rain thing. Let's drop that. What was the other one? Choice Band Zamazenta. Double Choice Band is not something I'm really interested in running. So let's drop that. We're looking at Iron Valiant. Is not bad. I think that thing's honestly completely busted. Tox, Wotam Wash, bro. I think I might. Yeah, I'm gonna take this, and then we'll have some pivoting we can do. I like this better. I like this better than our Toxapex. And that gives us some pivoting. And I'm gonna drop the Toxic because of what we said earlier and give it Defog, and that gives us less of a Hazard's weakness. I have no idea what these EVs are for. Now, are any of these Pokemon just really placeable? I honestly, like, Choice Specs Valiant is really good. Especially for a team with such physical offense, we're just gonna take the Iron Valiant. So we'll go Iron Valiant with Specs. And we need it to be Specs. It can't be Booster Energy. This isn't gonna be like a cleaner for the team. We already have that in Lopunny. What we need this thing to be doing is being able to come in and just drop special attack nukes in case there's some sort of physical wall that's in our way. So let's grab this, and then we'll just look around and see if there's any that are like better than this. We got that. No Valiants in there, no Valiants in there. In there. That's a cool looking team. And this team also looks pretty cool. All right, so is that the end of cooking in the lab? Got a Steel Rotom. I might make this another Steel Valiant in case of like other fairy matchups. There's a lot of fairies running around. And I name this Cook to the Lab. And we'll just go into National Dex and start playing with this team. I don't really want to make this a playing stream. That's not what we're here to do today. I'm not trying to ladder. I'm just trying to get some teams built. I was trying to get some teams built. Look at this guy quitting already. That was great. Baxcalibur is absolutely as broken as they say he is. Oh, I can't believe they gave him Scale Shot. That's so broken. I don't know if you guys were here earlier in the stream, but Baxcalibur got banned to Ubers because they just gave him Scale Shot in the new DLC. And that's freaking ridiculous. Just completely asinine, giving him away to boost his speed while doing 120 base power. Like, 120 base power stab attack. Whose idea was this? Absolutely ludicrous. So, shout out the Ogerpon game. That was super fun. Ogerpon, Hearth Flame. Yeah, Luke, if you wanna like go grab this thing off the team and use it, man, because this is crazy powerful. So good. It's banned to Ubers in Gen 9. This is National Dex though, where the power level's a little bit higher. But I wouldn't be surprised if it gets banned from this too. I mean that combination of like Swords Dance, Scale Shot, with loaded dice guaranteeing 4 to 5 hits. Also 4 to 5 hits on Icicle Spear, meaning it has dual stab 120 base power moves, plus access to Swords Dance, is completely bonkers. This is a decent little team I built there, I think. Pex might have been better. I think Pex might be better than the Rotom Wash, but who's to say? Anyway. We need to build our... Oh no, I already built my Paradox to the top team this week. We're good, I just need to play with it.